Hello, dear one. Welcome back to the True Brit podcast. So it's the morning after ayahuasca for me. I drank ayahuasca last night for the last time for the foreseeable future at Dreamglade. I had no expectations, but it was fucking epic. She really delivered. So I just thought I'd share what happened. It literally felt like days went by. So I can't possibly explain everything that happened, but there was some pretty powerful stuff that I'd like to share. First of all, my mom is here. My dad was here for the first week I worked here at Dreamglade, and my mom is here for the last. I didn't plan it that way. The universe did. And I was like, wow, mom week. My mom's here. Ben's mom's here. This is going to be intense. It's going to be amazing. So I started by drinking a new dieta for this week. I wasn't planning on doing a plant dieta, but Raul, one of the curanderos, saw me crying earlier yesterday, and he was like, I'm going to get you a plant to diet. And I was like, okay, I'll do one more plant dieta. And I won't go into what plant dietas are, but they're just a part of the shamanic practices. So he was like, this one's for protection. Okay. And I kind of ended up fasting all day by accident, not on purpose. I just wasn't hungry. And after I drank the dieta, I just felt it immediately, like in my body. I was like, oh shit, it felt very uncomfortable, very strong. I started burping like crazy for the hour before ceremony. I was already in it. Like, I was like, oh my God, my ceremony started before the ceremony started. So I'm like buckled in for a ride. Like, I just know it's going to be crazy. When we go up to take the ayahuasca, I just say, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I trust you. Thank you. Because ayahuasca brought me here. I don't want to be cliche and be one of those girls who's like, oh, ayahuasca came in and changed my life. But for real, she did. She did that for me. She brought me here through my ex-boyfriend. She kept me here. She called me back. And she changed my life. So that's why I'm here today, from a state of deep peace and love and a healer. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So I go up. I'm like, oh, I should take my normal dose because I just feel like I should, even though I'm feeling like I'm already tripping. I'm like, this is going to be intense, but let's fucking go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take it. Crazy. The first thing I felt for very hardcore was something telling me to lay down. So I lay down on my bed, got comfortable, and this energy just started right in my crotch, right in the pussy. And it was so intense. And then it was my whole legs were vibrating. So it was like my entire root chakra was being powered up from my pussy and the bottoms of my feet. And I feel weird even saying that word. It's not something I'm used to saying, but that's what she wants to be called. So we're going to call her that, at least for me. So I start feeling this energy coming up through the bottoms of my feet, and I'm realizing I can move this energy with my breath. Like, I've practiced this with meditations and other stuff, like not on ayahuasca, but this time it was like, oh, this is real. I can feel the energy. I can feel the power coming up from my root chakra, my legs, my pussy. I'm breathing it up my body. And I'm kind of helping to spread this energy that's being given to me up my body. So at the same time this is happening, there's a cosmic circus going on visually and physically and energetically and spiritually and everything. There was just like a circus of, I don't know, extraterrestrial, whatever you want to call it, not from this world, beings just fucking doing some work on me. I have no idea what they're doing. I felt like I was on some sort of spiritual operating table with a bunch of goofy, fun, like bizarre characters who were all doing different things. Like, one was working on my root chakra, helping me learn how to move this energy. At the same time, something else was like putting something on my head and just spreading this crazy energy down from the top of my head. And then there was like bugs, like insect creatures working on the sides of my body and my back. And it just got all so overwhelming, to the point where I started thinking, oh my God, I've done it. I've taken too much. This is it. Like, ayahuasca is going to take me. I have gone too far. And I almost started to panic. I almost fucking lost it. I was so close to losing it. And I remembered all my training. It took the years of training that I've done to be in this moment and just say, I surrender, 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 I surrender. And I surrendered and was blasted off into the infinite and just realized, this is, again, just fucking cliche at this point, but whatever, is real. I was in the cosmic dance of the eternal, and I realized in an instant, or whatever, in the eternal moment, that what God is, and that we are all God, just dancing around here, and the overwhelmingness of feeling the concept of infinite, like forever, is too overwhelming. And I understood that we cannot understand. Like, I fully understood that as humans, we cannot understand fully, and that's okay. We don't have to. If we try to actually use our brain to think about it, it might feel like we're breaking our brain, we're losing it. So it's like this computer up there in our head is not technologically advanced enough to understand. And that's okay, that's how it was designed. But we have amnesia. We all forget. So this is where... So I started realizing that we're in this cosmic dance and that I have a portal in between my legs. Now, I've heard this before, the pussy portal. But to see it and to feel it was indescribable. It was science fiction. It was interdimensional. It was divine. It was magical. It was real. In between my legs, just like every other woman, has this fucking portal. So I'll get more to that later. But at this particular moment, right when I thought I was about to completely dissolve into the everything, I had to shit. So I go to the bathroom, wobble my way out there, and I realize I'm trying to poop, and I can't. So I put my legs up against the door, and I'm pushing, and I realize, oh, I'm in labor. I am birthing through my butthole. This has happened to me before, but this was so clearly what was happening. So I'm pushing and nothing's coming out. And some voice was like, sit up, be a queen, straighten your back, sit on your motherfucking throne, your porcelain throne. So I sit up and the poop just comes out of my butt with some force, with some pushing, but it's coming and I'm birthing something. I'm fully experiencing the birth process and every emotion and what it would feel like and the force and the strength and the fortitude and the fact that we need to sit on the throne and be queens and embrace that part of ourselves to birth something out of this interdimensional portal. So we have a portal in between our legs that takes things from another dimension and creates this life inside of our body that we push out through the birth canal, that we fucking forget everything when we come out. We forget. We have amnesia. So I go back to my mat and the energy starts coming back in my pussy, back in my legs. And I'm just thinking, I don't know what's next. And my mom, I see this dress just walk past my bed. And it's my mom going outside. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot my mom was in this Maloka. I forgot my mom is here drinking ayahuasca with me tonight. I just literally forgot. Not on my mind at all. And I was like, okay, it's time. Let's go in. Let's see what's here. So I thought about my mom and I thought about how much freaking love she gave us. And yes, there were hard times. Yes, there were struggles. But the amount of love that woman gave is the reason that I have the capacity to love as deeply as I do. That is the reason for me being able to love. And I felt that and I appreciated it. And I was feeling all this mother energy last night. I was just like, oh my God, Mother Ayahuasca, Mother Earth, Lydia, our curandero is a mother, the Mother Moon, my mother, Ben's mother. And then it was like, ayahuasca to me was like, mother, mother, mother. And I was like, oh, damn. This again? I've been told by who knows what, plant spirits, my intuition, I don't know. Lots of things have kind of been giving me the message the last couple years or the last year, whatever, that I'm going to be a mom. And it's a real dissonance because my whole life I've never looked at that topic. I've avoided it. It seems too big, too scary, too overwhelming. I don't want to look at it. And I don't want to know how I feel about it. Right? But I keep getting messages like, you're going to be a mom. So I'm like, well, there must be something that happens in between now and then, because right now I don't want one. And a moment happened last night where I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, like, I'm going to be a mother. Am I going to be a mother? Can I be a mother? Do I want to be a mother? And I realized that ayahuasca showed me that there's a girl. She is waiting for me. She chose me to be her mother. And I cried at that concept. There's some soul, some beautiful soul, who chose me as her mother. It's not even my choice. It's her choice. She wants me to be her mom. And I realized that I chose my mom. I will birth an angel, just like my mother birthed an angel, just like her mother birthed an angel, and on, and all of these mothers of amazing strength and fucking courage and love. The respect I have for mothers right now is absolutely unreal. I'm sure it will only increase, but I mean, the strength, the softness, all of it. And I just had so much gratitude and appreciation for women, for mothers, for women who don't want to be mothers. Because this portal between our legs is not just for babies. It's also for pleasure, and it's also for creation. We can birth ideas. We can birth things into this physical reality. And I started realizing that pleasure is so important. And we're taught that, especially for women, maybe subconsciously, maybe consciously, we're taught that we're not worth it. Just get us, just don't worry about us, We're fine. Just worry about yourself. Let us take care of you. And for a long time, I've been annoyed at the patriarchy. And yes, I still am. But there's also a big piece that us women have been responsible for. We are not taking our pleasure seriously. We are not standing up for ourselves and demanding respect, demanding pleasure for ourselves. Not even from other people, but just giving ourselves pleasure. And I'm not just talking about sex, although I am talking about sex, because I think for so long women, and especially with porn and all this fucking bullshit, that we are just here to perform and here to please and blah, blah, blah. No, we have a portal between our legs that is, we can take the divine up through the portal, up into our bodies. And that is our gateway to the divine, to love, to pleasure. That is all the same. Why would God give us something so pleasurable if he didn't want us to use it? That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. Why we feel so much shame and so much unworthiness around this. And I just sat with that and allowed myself to feel almost this full body orgasm without orgasming. It wasn't sexual, it was just pleasure. How deeply can I sit in pleasure? For how long will I allow myself to sit in pleasure before I want to look away or say it's too much, I've had my time? How much can I sit in it? And what does it feel like when I allow it to come on? And what does it feel like when I just allow it to blossom like a flower and grow and unfold and move and shapeshift and create? It is creative energy that wants to flow through us, and we've been so blocked, and we've been blocking ourselves. We've been fucking blocking ourselves. So I really wanted to share this because I think we need to talk about sex. We need to talk about pleasure. It's something we all think about and don't fucking talk about. It is our gateway to the divine, to bliss. and any shame we have around it. I think literally the most powerful thing we could do to try to dismantle the patriarchy is owning our fucking sexuality, owning our fucking pleasure, owning our goddess that's inside of every fucking woman. And that is our fuck you. It is, you will not suppress me or tell me I don't deserve pleasure or tell me I'm a puppet. I'm just here to serve. I'm just here to be your little sexual object plaything. I mean, if you want to be someone's sexual object plaything, awesome. If that brings you pleasure, sure. But that is not all we are. And we need to have some fucking self-respect. God damn it. So all that happened. And I went outside. And of course, the moon was out. Beautifully haloed in rainbow clouds. There was like 3 other guests out here bathing in the moonlight looking up at it. And I was just thinking, that's sunlight. I mean, of course, the sun is reflecting off the moon. The moon's not creating the light. So the feminine can use the masculine sunlight to help us shine, to reflect our own light, to reflect their light. It's a dance. It's a yin-yang. It's a relationship. It's a beautiful harmony. And I stood there under the moon with my arms up in prayer like a super fucking hippie, just going all in full send. And it was amazing because later I came out with my mom. We were back on the swim platform under the moon, just where we had been when she came a year ago, when I saw her bathing in the moonlight in the rocking chair. And I clearly saw her as a little girl, as a little child, a beautiful child who just wants love like everybody else. And I've never forgotten that. Her under the moonlight as a little girl. That's still with me. So this time, me and my mom, back on the swim platform, of course, under the moonlight, Mother Moon. And it was amazing. And I just love her so much. I have so much gratitude for mothers, women who aren't mothers, fathers, men who are not fathers. Everything, all of it, it's beautiful. It's everything everywhere all at once. It's a cosmic eternal dance. And then my mom said, I asked her how her night was. And she was like telling me the stories. And then she goes, you know, we have 2 curanderos, 2 shamans. And she goes, you know, at one point, I felt like I was the 3rd shaman. And I don't know why, but that just killed me. I was just dying laughing. It was so beautiful and amazing because I actually have this weird feeling like that's what she was doing, because all true healers are doing is holding the space for love and remembrance. Love and remembrance. We all just have amnesia. We forgot. People get so lost, so fucking deeply lost. And it's uncomfortable, and it's depression, and it's disconnection. And it's all there because at the end of the day, we want to feel what that feels like to be so fucking lost and disconnected from the divine and our mother and God and everything that's here protecting us, keeping us safe. We want to feel that so that we can appreciate and understand the depths of the beauty of our world. And my mom is actually walking up to this porch right now. But I realize that's all I'm doing here. I mean, yes, I know what I'm doing. I'm holding the space for love. I'm being a lighthouse, just like everyone else who fucking remembers exactly what we're doing and who we are. When you remember that you're a light, you just keep that thing on, baby. You figure out how to keep that powered up so that you remind other people of what's also in them. And my mom got it. We get it. We're all just taking these lost little pieces that are floating around and other people in the ether, taking them in, maybe into our stomachs, holding it and saying, it's okay. You just got very lost. You can come back home. You can come back now. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be scared anymore. We got you. Come back home. Remember, you've just forgotten. Love you.